Hey Gemini, welcome to October 2022. Let's get you guys a monthly tarot scope here. Gemini, already jumping right out of the pack. October 2022 for Gemini. These cards are so big. I just have a tough time sometimes. All right, Gemini, the unseen. How appropriate for October. The veils are thin. Folks are checking you out, Gemini. You're like, hey, just the way I like it. The unseen, let's go ahead and lay out your cards in your reading and see what that kind of speaks to. But let's sit with this a second. Classic Gemini style. I just want to jump right in and do all the things all at once. The veils are thin this month in October. That's really what's coming through. I love this like soft focus. And the color in this, I feel like the other readings I've done have had a lot of more of like the black and white, the stark contrasty cards that kind of come out in this archetype deck. And this is one of the ones that is like the most soft, the most like pink and yellows and greens that are just like very kind of soothing. It reminds me of like a cherub feeling, right? Like those paintings of cherubs and angels. That's like the feeling I get from this card, even though it's kind of could be a little creepy, like this one little eye. But let's see what else is coming. Soft focus, seeing a lot, being seen, also connecting with those that are outside of our realm, right? Spirits, people that have gone on before you, family members, getting support, right? Leadership, guidance from all of that direction. So I feel like especially fortuitous for October. Let's lay out a Celtic cross here and we'll see how that kind of fits for you guys through your reading. Gemini through the month of October 2022 for Gemini. I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot. If you get a little squeamish about weird decks, this deck is a little weird, so just a little edgy. That is my disclaimer. Otherwise, I think it is just like so fun. I love using it for these fall October-y months. Okay, I laid this all out before and then my little camera stand fell over. So we'll just do it on the fly here. Okay, Celtic cross for you guys for the month of October. Let's get started. So what is your central energy here, Gemini, for the month? Drum roll, please. Six of Cups. So I love this. This kind of feels exactly what this card is giving me. Like sweetness, softness, vulnerability, but like also playfulness, like those cherubs, right? Six of Cups is kind of exactly that energy. It's playful, but it's soft. It's very childlike. This could be you really leaning into friendships, relationships. Maybe there's like a super fun Halloween moment that is coming up where you're getting to like play a lot, or it could be Six of Cups can also be a relationships card, a soulmates card, something, maybe you're in a relationship that's really going to soften, sweeten, marinate this month in just feeling really good, playing, going to shows, taking in the good stuff in life in a really like light, fun, romantic manner that's also like joyous and celebratory. Let's go ahead and see what your crossing energy is. The Lovers. Okay, I want this reading just right off the bat. Connection. Also choosing this month to be in connection or not, right? So the Lovers can also be a choice. What are you choosing here in October? Are you choosing connection? I like how this particular Lovers card too is like land and water. This couple is specifically like very land grounded here, but they're right next to a full body of water, which is like how grounded are you choosing to be? How much in the emotional realm? How much in the physical, material realm? How grounded in your relationship? How grounded in your choice? Whatever that chooses to be for you. Yeah, that's really fascinating. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier for the Six of... That's a lot of them. You know what? I'm just going to move on. I'm going to move on with that. What are you guys focusing on this month? Interesting. Seven of Swords in reverse. And let's go ahead and flip this one. And 10 of Cups. Hello. Okay, we'll start with the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this could really be you coming out of a time of feeling like things weren't going very well, or maybe you were second guessing a lot. This is the card here of like consciously what you're looking at this month, consciously what you're focusing on, consciously what you're moving forward towards. And this here is sort of like the unconscious. What are you building on? What's in the foundation? When we see the 10 of Cups in the foundation, this is so beautiful. This is really you building from a time of like, and really a deep feeling of trust, connection, happiness. So I'm really happy for you, Libra. I don't know why I said Libra. Maybe you're connected to a Libra. Or dating a Libra, or your mom's a Libra. But whatever this is going to be built off of a foundation of like just overflowing happiness. There could have been a real sense of you feeling connected and just really in the flow here. Let's go ahead and clarify the 10 of Cups here. I mean, beautiful reading just right off the bat. Like connected, joyful, excited, celebratory, High Priestess. Wow. So really deepening your intuition, and your intuition really guiding you into this peace and connection and love, really ultimate love. And it doesn't necessarily, this 10 of Cups is usually like family and just people sort of overflowing with like all of the ways that we can be emotionally connected. But this could be you finding ultimate fulfillment in work, relationships, right? It doesn't necessarily just have to be relationships, but this is looking exceptionally relationship focused. And I'm guessing that with this solid foundation, something for you that's really gone right recently, that's really felt connected, cup overflowing, is helping you consciously move to this month toward undoing anything that might not have felt very good, or maybe there were certain behaviors in relationship or in life that are going to be sort of mitigated this month, right? With the 7 of Swords in reverse. So what happens sometimes is like when we're really confident or solid in one area, we're able to address another area of life better, right? So if you're feeling like very grounded and connected, you're getting a lot of support here. I bet this month is going to be filled for you, Gemini, with like some really sweet connection, some really sweet like outings, some really sweet social time. And when a lot of that's taken care of, it can kind of give us some extra energy to address things that like maybe weren't working so well, ways that like we might not have been talking well to ourselves, or maybe there was some like exterior conflict in other relationships, other areas of life. Swords talk about the way we are communicating, our belief systems, places where we are talking or being in communication with each other. Yeah, so maybe cutting something off at the past. When we see the Fool in reverse, it's like, okay, not taking a step on whatever path you were headed in if this was upright. So 7 of Swords in reverse with the Fool in reverse, it's like, right, we're cutting that actually off at the past. Oh, right, now that I'm feeling really grounded and good, I understand that I don't want to keep smoking, or I understand that I don't want to like keep taking these classes that I really, really hate, or I don't want to keep doing whatever behavior or something has been happening in my life that clearly like isn't really good for me. So that's really encouraging. The 6 of Swords in reverse here for a situation that you are moving out of or that you are coming from, the recent past. So this could really be deciding to stay. Maybe there was a situation that you thought was going to be bad for you, or you were on the fence about. Maybe it was like a job, maybe a relationship. When we see the 6 of Swords, it's really like moving on from conflict. And when it's in reverse, it can say, look, I'm choosing to stay, I'm choosing to work, I'm choosing to lean into whatever this situation is here. So that's in the recent past. What would be helpful for Gemini to know? King of Pentacles. You really, I want to say manned up, but you really like took responsibility here in the past. This is a situation where you said, you know what, instead of leaving, I'm going to stay and make whatever compost that's here in this situation my bitch. I'm going to make it into like the best wine that I've ever had. That's what the King of Pentacles in this situation is saying. It's also telling me that this could be someone in your very recent past here that's helped you stay, that's helped you focus, that's helped you not jump out of a situation you might have wanted to leave, and really helped you build something solid here in the past. Where are you focused on going in the future? Queen of Wands. So this could be really staring down a person in your life. Queen of Wands in reverse. This could be focusing, well, let's get a clarifier here. It's a formidable Queen of Wands. I just love this deck so much. Let's see. Queen of Wands by the moon. Okay, interesting. So moving ahead, moving into the future here, oh, you know what? As we start to become really fulfilled in certain areas of life and then really decide where we want to go, like it just feels like there's some kind of fulfillment that's happening here, and then like a little bit of a redirection. We're choosing to stay. We're the lovers here, a choice about what you're doing, who you're going to do it with, where you're going to be, who you're going to be with. And sometimes that can take us out of our power. Sometimes we can feel like we know who we are. That's the Queen of Wands, life of the party. Sometimes that can really kind of put us on our head, make us feel like we aren't super confident, like we don't know what to order for the party when all of a sudden like we totally were the party planner. And so that could be like a really natural transition for you, Gemini, into October, is to just, especially clarified by the moon card, if you're feeling out of sorts, if you're feeling like, I don't really know like who I am right now, or I'm feeling really discombobulated, or I just am not feeling like myself, know that that's okay this month. That you might be really traveling into like new realms here of who you are versus who you once were. And that's going to kind of leave you feeling like potentially left on your head a little bit. And also like you're just diving into something new. And when we see the moon card asks us to say like, who are we going to choose to be in the dark? Who are we going to choose to be, and who are we going to call on? So this month with the unseen as like the overarching help theme archetype of your reading, you really have a lot of help here from like the unseen realm. You really have a lot of support. You really have a lot of folks that are watching you, guiding you. So, you know, when we're in the dark, when we can't see where we're going, when we don't know what the outcome is going to be, are we going to be like calm, like a domesticated dog, or are we going to be wild and fierce, like the wolf? Can we learn to adjust from water to land? Can we learn how to like walk the path by feel, even if we can't see by the light of day, right? So it's an initiation. So you could be coming into something that doesn't feel natural, doesn't feel like you can see everything very clearly, Gemini, this month. And if that's you, know that you've got a lot of support here and that it's okay. How are you feeling about everything? You are so ready for this journey. Look at you. You're feeling fresh. You're feeling eager. Page of Wands is like a really young, excited energy. He's got a lot of zest. He's full of life. He's ready to go. It's like a kid that just saw their first snowstorm for the first time. Like there's just nothing you can't do when you feel like the Page of Wands. So it tells me you're feeling fiery. You could also be feeling like sexual. Maybe you've got like some hot dates planned or some like really fun party stuff going on. You could be connecting with people, making new connections. 7 of Wands, you're ready to fight for what's yours. You're ready to fight for what you want. You're ready to fight for who you want. So I love seeing this for you in this position. It just tells me you're fresh, you're ready, you're filled up, you're vital, and you're just at that place this month looking at all of this where you're like ready to take it on. You've got the energy, you've got the oomph, and you've got the motivation. What's in your exterior? Interesting. King of Pentacles again. So in the environment this month, let's pull a clarifier for this, because this could look like people or someone, a figure really coming in to help you out and stabilize you, hold you, give you opportunity. This could be an opportunity for you exteriorly for you to really step into some major financial gain. But what I'm also feeling from this card is it could also be someone who like wants to hold you back. And I say that because when we see like the king versus a page, sometimes that can be like a little parent-child energy. And you want to make sure that since this is in the exterior position, whoever you're meeting this month, or say, for example, this is about a relationship and you're really excited about it and you're figuring it out, and maybe it's not perfect, but you're excited about where it's going. And then you talk to a teacher or you talk to like a bestie, and they give you like a really stern look, or they give you like a, I don't think so, and here's why. It's like, I'm feeling like you might get kind of shot down, or there might be kind of some condescension. Let's just get a clarifier here for the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so 9 of Wands in reverse. This could really be someone saying like, are you sure you want to stick it out? Are you sure you want to keep going? Are you sure it should be that hard? Are you sure, like blah, 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 blah. So there might be some examples this month of people who like want to rain on your parade, but in a good way, like they want to keep you safe, they want to help you, but by keeping you confined, like a parent kind of would. So Gemini, this month, make sure that you are really tapped in to your sense of truth, who you really are, and make decisions that are really good for you, even if it means disappointing someone or not going with what someone else wants for your life. It's your life, Gemini. You live it the way that you want. Okay, what are you really hoping and dreaming for or fearing this month? So it could bring up a lot of your fears. This is such a brutal card. 10 of Wands always is. This guy is clearly like in a coffin, right? So you might be really freaking out, Gemini. This is in the position of what are you hoping for and what are you fearing for? So sometimes when we're taking a really big leap forward, especially if this is about love for you, especially if this is about relationship, I just went through this recently where I was like, you know what, maybe it should fail. Maybe I hope that it does, because then I would just be like put out of my misery for this like hard time that we're going through. And I hope that that's not you this month. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier for that. But hopes and fears there. You could be really fearful that it won't work out. You could be really facing a lot of fears around what people are saying. 2 of Wands. Yeah, look at this. You're just really hoping that like your ship is going to come in. You're really like ready for the opportunity. You're really hoping for something good here. And I just want to say how normal this feeling is. How normal it is to feel like you might get stabbed through the face. I mean, what I mean is when we really are in a place of like this much vulnerability, this much potential love and openness, it can bring up our deepest worries. And that's all that the 10 of Swords is. It's our worry. It's what we think other people are saying. It's in our minds. And so that's like the best part when we see those like scary swords cards. They're just in our minds. It's really like our communication. So handle it, Gemini, especially you who's got like the brain that goes a mile a minute, who's got the mouth that goes a mile a minute. Like if anyone can redirect and like spin team, it's you. Meaning like, how do you want to spin your own fears and thoughts this month? Like, oh, I'm really afraid someone's saying this and this about my relationship. Well, do you know that for true? If not, can you believe something that's going to make you feel really good versus really shitty? That kind of a thing. Be in charge of your own mental health this month. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, outcome for you guys. Oh, 4 of Swords. So it's going to work out. By doing that, by addressing your fears, you really have a chance for some deep rest and relaxation here, hopefully in like a really, really wonderful way. It's kind of like you go to bat here in some way from a really sweet, beautiful place. It's almost like you're defending yourself here to move forward in some way that might feel really new to you, based on something that's like incredibly fulfilling, based off of your intuition, based off of something that feels really stable, and like redirecting yourself into patterns and habits and relationships or jobs that feel really good. And that just might be a little destabilizing, but you're super here for it. You're ready to like fend off whoever might be outside of you, even if it causes you some stress. And at the end of the month, or the culmination of all of this, is you really resting, you feeling like really relaxed. Like remember through all of this to take your time and rejuvenate as much as you need or want this month. Come back to yourself, refuel your cup. Ooh, Judgment in reverse. Let's get one more for you for the end of that. 2 of Swords. Okay, perfect. So what this is saying is like, there's not going to be a big bow on this for you at the end of the month, right? Especially if we think of like the 4 is really in the middle, right? It's not the 10, it's not a culmination, it's not a 1, it's not a beginning. The 2 of Swords, like there's still more to see before you take action. And what the 2 of Swords and the Judgment in reverse card are clarifying is like, it's going to be time to rest this month. It's going to be really important that you like take a beat, come back, tap into your intuition and like your guides and whoever is really helping you see your way through this month to understand what your steps will be for the next month in November. I feel like there was another one recently I just did for October readings that like also kind of left on a cliffhanger, like wait for the next chapter. And I feel like this is you. This is wrapping up into this really beautiful like resting place for October. So lean into rejuvenation. Enjoy whatever this sweetness is for you guys, Gemini. It's all built on like this gorgeous connection, deep kind of like love stuff going on for you guys here in October. So let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for being here for the reading, and I will catch you in the next one.